10 or 20 cent tickets for the movie theaters. They may remember a 20, 30, 40 cent loaf of bread. That's now $2 or $3. That's the idea of a value, a dollar being devalued, whereby $1 used to buy a ticket, now it takes $3. Now it's going to take $3 of those dollars to pay the dollar back to China. That's really one of the games that's going on. Am I right?
You're absolutely right, and that's why I talk about this artificial economy shell game that's going on right now, where all we're doing is flooding the market with more dollars.
Paper, just paper,
and it's a shell game.
Let me ask you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to just change directions a little bit. We keep hearing about, and let's say I want to go back to Obama's push on this health care that never in my life, which is only a little over 6 decades, has anyone other than perhaps my boss or my parents told me, you will do this. And now I've got the government telling me, not in my case because of Medicare, but telling my children, you will buy health insurance, and if you don't, we will penalize you. And to really make this hurt, we're going to hire 16,000 IRS agents, and they're going to be involved. This sounds like a gulag. I'm sorry. This doesn't sound like my America.
It is not your America, and it is a fascist state. So that you don't have the free will anymore. You're just a subject, and that's one of the critical things. And once again, 16,000 new IRS agents. Who's going to pay them? That means that once again, see, the government can run itself in the red. And if it wants to generate capital, it just, once again, prints money, borrows money, raises taxes. So we can expect for many Americans, your marginal tax rate is going to start creeping up 65 to 70%. And how are we going to grow an economy? How are we going to turn this thing around if 65 to 70% of your earning power is going to the government? This is the thing that you have to understand, Ron. This is all about power. This is all about having this huge government structure. It's a socialist mentality of nationalizing production, of creating and expanding a welfare or an entitlement class. And it's about this thing of creating a social utopia where, everyone can have all of this free stuff, and we're going to flatline everyone so that we're all at the same level. But that has never worked. And as Margaret Thatcher said, socialism works fine until you run out of other people's money. And that's what we're on the road to. And that's why the election of 2010 is so important, because you've got to, get the gavel out of Nancy Pelosi's hand, because the best thing that you can do, since all appropriations come out of the House of Representatives, you just don't fund this stuff. You just vote against funding it.
I got a couple of questions along those lines. However, we are a commercial operation here, so we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break. Stay with us. We're going to be right back. You're listening to Successful Aging, where we have more intelligent conversation coming your way with Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. Be right back.
Are you caring for a loved one who may be at risk to wander or become lost? Now peace of mind can be yours with M-Finders, an emergency locating system that's worn like a wristwatch, using cell phone technology and the 911 emergency system to locate the wearer anywhere in the community. Without the cost of a cell phone, you can protect an Alzheimer's patient or child with Down syndrome or autism from being lost. For information, including coverage details, go online to mfinders.com. That's emfinders.com, or call 866-426-3386. At Stifel Nicholas, we are committed to offering investors personalized investment guidance. We are a full-service organization with department staff with professionals that specialize in a wide range of investment opportunities, from the most conservative to the more aggressive. We strive to give each account, regardless of size, careful, individual attention. Call Todd Pollack, one of our professional advisors today at Stifel Nicholas at 561-615-5356. Stifel Nicholas is a member of SIPC and the New York Stock Exchange. Attorney Sean Weidrich is dedicated to serving the legal needs of the elderly, their families, and caregivers. He can provide a full range of legal services, including long-term care asset protection, nursing home issues, probate, wills, trusts, and general advice on maintaining the quality of life during your senior years. Protect your family and your assets. Talk to elder law expert Sean Weidrich at 772-463-4443. That's 772-463-4443. Your smile is one of your most important assets. That's why Doctors Colin McKinney and Mark Fidel at Riverview Cosmetic and Restorative Dentistry offer you the latest in state-of-the-art cosmetic and general dentistry. Whether it's crown and bridge work, oral surgery, periodontal therapy, or cosmetic dentistry, Riverview Dentistry is the best choice for all your dental needs. Call Riverview Dental at 692-6996. Same-day emergency service is available. Call today, 692-6996. You're listening to Martin County's only live talk radio program for boomers and seniors, Successful Aging, with show host Ron Kaufman. Successful Aging is brought to you by the winning team at Champion Home Health, your hometown home health services provider. Now let's get back to today's show with host Ron Kaufman.
Welcome back to Successful Aging, the talk radio program for boomers and seniors. We're sponsored in part by Champion Home Health. You can call them to find out about their wonderful nursing assistance, in-home assistance, 772-287-5432. I'm Ron Kaufman, talking today with Lieutenant Colonel Allen West, candidate for Congress, House of Representatives, District 22. Colonel, let me ask you a question. There's two things. One, and these are really complex, so one in particular. 10th Amendment, basically going back to, I've just been told I will buy insurance. I'm expecting to get a letter saying I'll also buy General Motors, and I'll probably be banking at Citi. And that's not out of the realm of possibility. Do you think that the lawsuit being filed by McCollum and so many others, states' attorneys general, might even have a prayer?
Well, I think it does. The unfortunate thing is the clause about the Americans having to buy the health insurance does not come until 2013. So really that's when they can actually bring this suit to bear. But it is a preemptive strike. And, the liberal progressives are saying that this falls within the realms of the Commerce Clause in Article 1 of the Constitution. I believe Section 7 or 8.
I believe it's Section 7, sir. I'm pretty sure you're right.
But it does not apply. I mean, the federal government cannot tell individual citizens that they must go into a private contractual agreement with any company. I mean, or any vendor. I mean, the Commerce Clause was intended for, regulating the commerce between states and then also the commerce of the United States with, treaties and laws and things of that nature. So they cannot do that. And just, you're right. I mean, what's the next thing? If they establish this precedent, they can start telling you what type of car you have to buy, which we all know would be little bitty electric cars, or what type of clothing, or what type of food. I mean, we already hear that there's a gentleman up in New York is introducing legislation to ban salt. So, this is just an incredible overreach of the government way outside the mandates of the Constitution. The Constitution was written by the Founding Fathers as a limiting document on what the federal government can do, and that's why the 9th and 10th Amendments were the last two of the Bill of Rights. And remember, no one would ratify that Constitution until Bill of Rights were added to it.
Understood. Absolutely. Here we are with basically 59 senators, all being Democrats. I'm sorry, there's one independent, pardon me, and there's one who's actually a socialist. But nevertheless, you also have a majority in the House being Democrats. How do you, or how do we, maybe it's the idea is, how do we try to, first of all, bring some kind of semblance of sanity back, and how can we choose and know as we listen who the people are who aren't just running to get into a position of power, as Obama promised things, and then, I got to say the word, he didn't tell the truth. He lied about a lot of things. So from that perspective, it seems to me voting right now is going to be what makes the change occur. How do we know, how to vote? I'm being serious. Or for whom, I should say.
Yeah, I think it's so important that and that's the strength of this Tea Party movement. You got to get out there, and American people have to educate themselves on the issues, and they have to, test and try these candidates. And look, if you get someone that's not willing to stand in front of you in a candidate form or whatever, they should not get your support. Because, it's about going to be a representative of the people, not going up there for your own self-interest or special interest. And, I think one of the critical things that people have to understand, Ron, is that the Founding Fathers were magnificent in how they established this federal government system, because the most powerful branch up there is the House of Representatives. That's why every 2 years you get the opportunity to clean it out. And so you have to be serious about it this time. I think